Good morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 3rd of chapter 3rd. So first of all we will discuss the solutions of exercise 3.2. So question first is find the other trigonometric functions when it is given that cos x is equal to minus 1 upon 2 x lies in third quadrant. So when x lies in third quadrant, only trigonometric functions tangent and cot will be positive, right? Now cos x is given as minus 1 by 2. So reciprocal of it is secant x will be minus 2. Because cos x is given, so calculate sin x, which is root 1 minus cos square x 1 minus 1 by 4, and you will get plus minus root 3 by 2. Because x lies in third quadrant, therefore sin x will be negative. So sin x will be minus root 3 by 2. Reciprocal of sin x is cosecant x, so it will be minus 2 by root 3. Also we know the value of sin x and cos x is given. So tan x will be sin x upon cos x, which is equal to root 3, and cot x will be 1 by root 3. Now third question, cot x is equal to 3 by 4, x lies in third quadrant. So only cot and tan will be positive. Cot is already given, tan x will be reciprocal of this 4 by 3. Now we know this identity that tan square x plus 1 is equal to secant square x. So secant x will be root 1 plus tan square x, which is 16 by 9, which is equal to plus minus 5 upon 3. X lies in third quadrant, therefore secant x will be negative, therefore secant x is equal to minus 5 by 3, and cos x will be reciprocal of secant x, which will be minus 3 by 5. Now sin x will be tan x into cos x. Tan x is 4 by 3, cos x is minus 3 by 5. So the answer will be minus 4 by 5. Therefore cosecant x will be reciprocal of sin x minus 5 upon 4. Now question number 5th, tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12, x lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, sin and cosecant are positive. Cot x will be reciprocal of tan x minus 12 by 5. Secant x will be root 1 plus tan square x. Tan square x will be 25 by 144. So you will get plus minus 13 by 12, because this is second quadrant. So secant will be negative. So secant x will be minus 13 by 12, and therefore cos x will be minus 12 by 13. Now sin x will be cos x into tan x. Cos x is minus 5 by 12 into tan x is minus 12 by 13. Okay, this is cos x, this is tan x. So you will get the answer as 5 by 13, and cosecant x will be reciprocal of sin x, 13 by 5. Clear? Sixth question is you have to find the value of sin 765 degree. So divide this 765 with 360, you will get the remainder as 45. So this will be sin 2 into 360 plus 45. Now this is the multiple of 2 pi. So this will equal to sin 45, because in any x, if you increase it or decrease it with a multiple of 2 pi, it does not changes. So this will be equal to sin 45, which is equal to 1 upon root 2. Clear? Now question number 7, cosecant minus 1410, which is equal to, so it will be equal to this, because in this we are increasing it with a multiple of 2 pi only. So this 2 will remain same. Why we are adding 4 into 360? See this, when we divide this with 360, it goes at 3, right? Because here it is negative, so take one number larger than this 3. So 360 into 4 will be greater than this. So you will get the angle as positive. So when you will solve this, you will get cosecant 30 degree, which is equal to 2, because sin 30 is 1 by 2. Now next question is tan 19 pi by 3, which you can write as tan 18 pi plus pi by 3, which is equal to tan 6 pi plus pi by 3. Now this will be equal to tan pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60. Tan 60 is root 3. Now ninth question is sin minus 11 pi by 3. Sin of minus x is equal to minus of sin x. So minus sin 11 pi by 3 minus sin, we can write it as 12 pi minus pi by 3. So minus sin 4 pi minus pi by 3. Now this is a multiple of 2 pi, so this will remain same, minus sin pi by 3, which is equal to minus root 3 by 2, because pi by 3 is 60 and sin 60 is root 3 by 2. Clear? This is one way of solving when minus is inside the bracket. You can take out minus outside and then solve it, or see, you can do this also. If cot minus 15 pi by 4 is given, you can multiply it with the, you can add in it the number larger than this, so that the angle becomes positive. Now see, adding this with 16 pi by 4, which is nothing but 4 pi. Cancel this 16 with 4, this is 4 pi. So these value of these two will be equal, because we have increased x with the integral multiple of 2 pi. Now this will be cot pi by 4, and pi by 4 means 45 degrees. So cot 45 is 1, because tan 45 is 1. Clear? Now we will discuss some trigonometric identities. So trigonometric functions of sum or difference of two angles and related expressions are called trigonometric identities. Like this is the sum of two angles of the trigonometric functions. So this is a trigonometric identity. Now we will derive the formula for this. So cos x plus y is equal to cos x into cos y minus sin x into sin y. Now we will derive this. Now consider this unit circle with center at origin. Let angle P4O P1 be x. So the coordinates of P1 will be cos x sin x. Let this angle P1O P2 be y. So this complete angle P4O P2 will be x plus y. So the coordinates of P2 will be cos x plus y, comma sin x plus y. And let this angle P4O P3, this because we are taking in clockwise direction, so let it be minus y. So the coordinates of P3 will be cos minus y minus, cos minus y, comma sin minus y. Right? Now see, these two triangles with the blue pen and the green pen are congruent. That is, the triangle P1O P3 is congruent to the triangle P2O P4. Why? Because see, P1O is equal to P2O, which is this, both are radius, and OP3 is equal to OP4, and also these two angles are equal. So these two triangles are congruent, and because these two triangles are congruent, we can say P1 P3 distance is equal to P2 P4. So square of these two distance will also be equal. Now we will find the distance P1 P3 square. So see, this is P1, this is P3. So P1, P3 will be, distance will be root cos minus y minus cos x whole square plus sin minus y minus sin x whole square, right? So P1, P3 square will be, then root will not be there because we are taking square of the distance. So it will be cos x minus cos of minus y whole square plus sin x minus sin of minus y whole square. Now this will be cos x minus, because we know cos of minus y will be cos y whole square plus sin of x. Now this sin of minus y will be minus sin y. Therefore this minus will become plus. So sin x plus sin y whole square. Now open this square, you will get cos square x plus cos square y minus 2 cos x cos y plus sin square x plus sin square y plus 2 sin x sin y. Now see, this cos square x plus sin square x will be 1 and this cos square y plus sin square y will also be 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and also taking minus 2 common from this and this term. So you will get in the bracket cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Let this be 1. This is the distance P1, P3 square. Similarly, P2, P4 square distance will be 1 minus cos x plus y whole square plus 0 minus sin x plus y whole square. When you will open this square, you will get 1 plus cos square x plus y minus 2 cos x plus y plus this will be 0 minus sin x plus y whole square, that is sin square x plus y. Clear? Now this is 1. Also this is cos square x plus y plus sin square x plus y will be 1. So 1 plus 1 2 minus this as it is 2 cos x plus y, and let this be as 2. Now see, because these two distances are equal, therefore 1 is equal to 2. Therefore 2 minus 2 into cos x cos y minus sin x sin y is equal to 2 minus 2 into cos x plus y, and from this you will get the formula of cos x plus y, which is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Now the formula for cos x minus y, in place of this y, just write down minus y, right? Because here it is plus y. Now here it is minus y. So in place of y, just write down minus y. So cos x cos minus y minus sin of x sin minus y. So cos minus y we know is cos y and sin minus y is minus sin y. So this minus will become now plus. Therefore the formula of cos x minus y is cos x cos y plus sin x sin y, right? You have to learn both of these formulas. Now see, cos of pi by 2 minus x is equal to sin x. To get this, we will replace x with pi by 2 and y with x in this second formula. So this will become cos pi by 2 minus x equal to, in place of x, pi by 2, in place of y, x, right? Now cos pi by 2, that is cos 90 is 0 and sin 90 is 1. So this term will be 0 plus 1 into sin x. So that is equal to sin x. Therefore cos pi by 2 minus x is equal to sin x. Similarly, you can solve for cos pi by 2 plus x. This is minus sin x. Now sin pi by 2 minus x is equal to cos x. How we can do this? We have just seen sin x is equal to cos pi by 2 minus x. Now sin this complete as x, sin x is equal to cos pi by 2 minus x. Now here x is this complete. So pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus x. So pi by 2 will get cancelled and you will get cos x. Therefore sin pi by 2 minus x is cos x. Now we will derive that sin x plus y is equal to sin x into cos y plus cos x into sin y. So see, sin x plus y is equal to, because of here sin x is equal to cos pi by 2 minus x. Now here x is this complete x plus y. So this will be equal to cos pi by 2 minus x plus y in the bracket. Now cos pi by 2 minus x minus y, and taking this pi by 2 minus x together. Now applying the formula cos x minus y. So cos x minus y is cos x cos y plus sin x sin y. Here x is this complete pi by 2 minus x. Now this will be cos pi by 2 minus x, we have just studied, it is sin x into cos y plus sin pi by 2 minus x. We have just studied, it is cos x into sin y. So the formula of sin x plus y is sin x cos y plus cos x sin y. Clear? Now replace y with minus y in this formula, then you will get sin of x minus y equal to sin x into cos y minus cos x into sin y. So now by using these identities, we can derive that cos pi by 2 plus x is minus sin x, sin pi by 2 plus x is cos x, cos pi minus x is minus cos x, and there are many more. But you don't have to learn these, but you have to understand how to calculate these, right? So see, at pi by 2 cos changes to sin. Also at pi by 2 sin changes to cos. Similarly at 3 pi by 2 cos changes to sin. Here it is cos 3 pi by 2 plus x, and here in the right hand side this becomes sin x. So the first thing is that whenever here if it is pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2, then cos changes to sin, sin changes to cos, cot changes to tan, and tan changes to cot, secant changes to cosecant, and cosecant changes to secant, right? At pi or at 2 pi, cos remain cos, sin remains sin, right? So at pi or at 2 pi, trigonometric functions remain same, but at pi by 2 and at 3 pi by 2, cos changes to sin, sin changes to cos, cot changes to tan, tan changes to cot, and similarly this secant changes to cosecant, and cosecant changes to secant, right? Now at pi by 2, this becomes minus sin x. Now we know at pi by 2 cos will change into sin, but from where this minus sign came? Now the angle is pi by 2 plus x, right? So this angle will lie in second quadrant. How? See, this complete angle is pi by 2. So pi by 2 plus x will lie in the second quadrant only, and in second quadrant sin and cosecant are positive. Cos is negative, therefore we introduce the minus sign, right? Now see, the next is sin pi by 2 plus x. At pi by 2, sin will change into cos, right? But here comes a plus sign. Why? Because in this angle lies in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant sin is positive, so it will be plus sign, right? Now at pi, trigonometric function will remain same. Now pi minus x. So pi is this complete angle. So pi minus x means we are subtracting something from pi. So the angle is less than pi. So it will lie in the second quadrant. This complete is pi subtracting some angle x and assuming this x angle is less than 90 degree. So it will lie in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant we know cos is negative, so introduce a negative sign. Similarly, now sine will remain sine because it is pi, and this angle lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant sine is positive, so a plus sign will come, right? Similarly, see this cos 3 pi by 2 plus x. At 3 pi by 2, cos will change into sine. Now 3 pi by 2 is this complete angle. Adding some angle x means this angle 3 pi by 2 plus x will lie in this fourth quadrant, in which cos is positive. So a plus sign will come, right? So you have to see the trigonometric function will change or not according to this. If it is pi or 2 pi, then it will not change. If it is pi by 2 or 3 pi by 2, then it will change, right? And plus and negative sign you will see according to the angle. If angle lies in the first quadrant, then all the trigonometric functions will be positive. If it lies in second quadrant, then sine and cosecant are positive. If it lies in third quadrant, then tan and cot are positive. And if it lies in fourth quadrant, cos and secant are positive. Okay. Now we will try to solve some questions. So the question is, prove 3 sin pi by 6 into secant pi by 3 minus 4 sin 5 pi by 6 into cot pi by 4 is equal to 1. So taking the left hand side, 3 as it is, this is sin 30 and sin 30 is 1 by 2 into this is secant 60. Now we know cos 60 is 1 by 2. So secant 60 will be reciprocal of cos 60. So it will be 2. Minus 4 into, now this is 5 pi by 6. So we don't know the value of 5 pi by 6. Right? So write 5 pi by 6 as pi minus pi by 6 into cot pi by 4 is 1. Now this will become 3 minus 4 into, now at pi, trigonometric function sine will remain sine. Sine of pi minus x is sine x, because this angle lies in pi minus pi by 6, that is in second quadrant, and in second quadrant sine is positive, right? Now this will be equal to 3 minus 4 into sine pi by 6 is sine 30, which is 1 by 2, right? So this will be 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1, the RHS. Clear? So what we have done in this question, the values of the functions at these angles are known. So write down them as it is, and the value of the function when not known at some angle like this. So try to break this angle in that form, so that now as we have broken this in this form, and now we know the value of sine pi by 6, right? Now next question is, find sine 15 degree. Now we don't know what is sine 15 degree. So writing 15 as 45 minus 30. Now we know the formula of sine a minus b, which is sine a cos b minus cos a sine b. Here a is 45 degree and b is 30 degree. Now you know the value of all these functions. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 into cos 30 is root 3 by 2 minus cos 45 is 1 by root 2 into sine 30 is 1 by 2. So the value when you will solve this will be root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2, right? Now the next question is, 2 sine square 3 pi by 4 plus 2 cos square pi by 4 plus 2 secant square pi by 3 is equal to 10. Now taking the left hand side, 2 into sine square 3 pi by 4. Now because we don't know the value of sine at this angle, so break it in such a way that you get here the angle at which the value of sine is known, right? Therefore breaking this as pi minus pi by 4 whole square plus 2 into cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, and 1 by root 2 square will be 1 by 2 plus 2 into secant square pi by 3, that is secant square 60. Now secant 60 is 2, so 2 square will be 4, right? So you will get 2, this will become sine pi by 4. Why? Because at pi sign will not change, and because it is pi minus something, therefore it lies in the second quadrant, so the sign will be positive. So sine pi by 4 whole square plus 1 plus 8. So now the value of this will be sine pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. Square will be 1 by 2. 2 into 1 by 2 will be 1 plus 8, which is equal to 10. So your today's homework is that you have to do question 1 to 4, 6th, 8th, 9th and 10th of exercise 3.3. Okay. Also learn how to find the values of the sine and cosine and all other trigonometric functions at different angles. Okay. Thank you.